is the latest wellness obsession taking over social media. It's said to affect the health of your whole body. We're talking about oral health, and that is looking after the oral microbiome, or the good bacteria in your mouth. So expensive toothbrushes, things like red light to reduce inflammation, oil pulling, I've no idea, I'm just reading things out now. Water flossers, tongue scrapers, where's my tongue scraper? Here. Things like this, which I've never seen before.
So excited about having one of these.
In my life.
Understand
never.
what you do with
You
it.
go like this. Because
These are recommended.
Yeah.
I mean, Nadia, do you worry about what you put in your mouth?
Not in the morning. No, but I am a great believer in all of this.
Right.
Because, as you know, I'm a bit gut mad. I'm very into gut health and all of that. And, yeah, you neglect your teeth at your peril. And in this country, we've all... I mean, most of my life, I couldn't be bothered to floss.
Do you floss every day?
I do now.
Do you?
But it's taken me years to actually pick it off the shelf and do it. But now I've got the floss without plastic in, because that's the other thing. You don't want to be doing that and having plastic. So I've got, like, special floss. I've got a very special toothbrush. I've got special gut toothpaste. I mean, you know what I'm like. I love a wellness.
Yeah.
I love a wellness.
Yeah.
But I haven't done this, but you've started with this, haven't you?
Yeah, I've started doing this. I just, you know, the link from oral health to Alzheimer's and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they've established a causal link. But
right,
I mean,
sorry.
no, not at all. I mean,
Allegedly.
there's a lot of research around. No, there is certainly a lot of research around whether or not that there is a link between them, but I don't think they've firmly...
And heart health and everything. It's all connected.
But I just think it makes sense, doesn't it? You know, it all kind of, everything we put in here goes through here. Yeah. So I've started trying to take it more seriously. I haven't been doing this for that long. At the minute, I just said to Nadia, I was like, oh, it kind of makes me feel like, you know that feeling you get when you've burnt your tongue? And she was like, well, maybe don't do it so hard.
She's obviously going...
I'm like, scrape.
What's the point?
Yeah.
You scrape off... I actually don't know. I saw it on Instagram. You scrape off all the bad bacteria. So when you wake up in the morning, you know you might have a bit of a white
good
tongue.
Bacteria.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jane. I'm not a scientist, okay?
I love these conversations when Jane's on the end of the panel, because I'm just watching her go, right.
Yeah, but flossing, for instance, like, if people just go like that in between their teeth and pull it out, but it's for your... You've got to go, like, into your gum, because if you get plaque in your gum, that's how you lose your teeth.
Yeah.
And we've all got elderlies in our life, haven't we, who are having to suck on...
You can do so much
now.
You can do
suck
so
on
much.
What?
Food, because they can't chew.
You can do so much, can't you, yourself? I'm a huge flosser. Love a bit of flossing.
Wow.
Particularly I've got so many gaps
Huge.
in my teeth these days. I'm always like, what's that now at the back? Yeah. Lord Lucan, you know. But anyway, but a lot of issues, like if you have proper toothache or root canal issues, millions of people can't get into a dentist.
Yeah.
So we used to have the dental rights up to about 2006. So you had a right to see the dentist, like you had a right to register with a GP. Then they took that away. They're now trying to bring it back. The current government have said there is a problem. Now, but they're going to be prioritising people with urgent and complex needs. So there are so many people that have just got minor toothache that cannot get in anywhere.
I've got that going on. It keeps nagging me, and I'm thinking, well, it's going to cost hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Yeah. I mean, that is the reality in this country.
Yeah.
And it is, you know, we do need to take it as part of our whole body health.
But
and
it's a really good
poison.
point that you make, though, Jane, because, I mean, all of these... Well, I won't call them gadgets. I mean, I don't know, maybe that they are really, really valuable, but, I mean, clearly, these are commercial products and there are companies who make them for profit. That's fine. But if we don't have basic, good dental care from the youngest of ages and teaching our kids how to look after their teeth in a really kind of basic kind of fashion, then, you know, the market for these kind of things is going to be all the greater, isn't it?
Yeah. Paediatric dentists will tell you, you know, one of the biggest reasons that kids come is juice. We all think juice is great, and it is in moderation, like anything, but if you drink copious amounts of juice, it's sugar.
Yeah, absolutely right. And just on the flossing thing, we did a little poll on this. 60% of people don't floss regularly, and only 40% do.
You'll be paying a price in the future.
Well, I suddenly thought I was a ventriloquist dummy there.
These tweezers are terrible.
cervical smear, anyone?
Sometimes I wonder what we do.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were going to say what I'm doing here. But anyway, let's move on to another beauty and fashion icon. Not our lovely Frankie, but Victoria Beckham. She has opened up about suffering with acne when she was younger, saying that my skin got so bad at one point. I remember my mother's friend saying to me, you couldn't even put a pin between the spots. Thank you, mother's friend, for that. Yeah. I was so self-conscious, she says, because of my skin. I didn't want to even look people in the eye. And am I right, Frankie? There was a period quite sort of late on that you did suffer from acne,
yeah. For me, it was like after having children. And I had the Mirena coil and everything was fine. And once I had that out, my skin just... I had acne for about a year. And I remember thinking, oh, this is so unfair. This is supposed to happen when I'm a teenager. Not that it makes it any better, but I was like, why is this happening now? And I tried everything. I went to see, like, a gut specialist. Obviously, I thought of things like cutting out dairy, thinking about my diet, doing everything holistically first before I did anything else, facials, whatever, and just nothing worked. So in the end, I had to go to, like, a doctor, and we thought about maybe taking the medication you take for acne, but there's so many side effects with that and everything, and you have to go on some sort of...
You have to have your liver checked every month. Yeah. My daughter had that. There's a lot of side effects.
You have to be on a contraception before you go on it. And luckily for me, the pill kind of then helped out my skin, so mine was a hormonal issue. Right. But it made me so self-conscious, and I'm still so paranoid about it now, because I still get the odd cystic spot. Yeah. And you do, when you're talking to people, you feel like they're staring directly at that spot when they're talking to you, and they're not. You know, I don't do that if I'm talking to someone with a spot, but you do feel so aware, and they're so painful.
That's what I didn't realise.
It's so painful. It's like being punched in the face sometimes. The bruising feeling of it, the pain is horrible.
My daughter said, like, even smiling would just be so painful. Ooh. I had no idea. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like so many more young people have acne than when we were growing up. I mean, like, nobody in our family had acne. My daughter really, really suffered with it, and I did not want her to go on that medication at all. I did everything to try and not, but in the end she said, Mum, I just can't bear it. And you know, and as much as you will say to people, oh, we don't look at it, we don't think about it, there's no way that you're not the person with that, not thinking about it all the time. Especially as it's painful.
Yeah, but during your adolescence, I mean, that's what Victoria Beckham was saying, that it really did sort of have a big impact on her as she was growing up, and how she kind of faced the world and how she reacted to people.
GK says the same thing. Yeah. You know, GK has been very open about all her skin issues, and it's getting a lot better now, but it really sort of affected her confidence as well, because obviously it's always usually when you're quite young.
Yeah. I mean, you can't generalise with this, obviously, but, I mean, in terms of GPs and going to the doctor, it's not an issue that's ever come up in our family. Is it something that's taken seriously from your experience?
I mean, I went to a GP. I think it's hard because a lot of people's acne is caused by different things. Like I said, mine was hormonal, and really by having it going on contraception, all you're doing is really kind of covering up the issue, really. So I think it's hard to get to the bottom of it. I think they give you topical creams, don't they? You can maybe go on some sort of antibiotic and stuff. I think, like, you know, my GP wasn't particularly
engaged.
Yes. But then you might have someone who does get it. I don't know, I guess it's probably not top of their list, but it depends who you go and see.
But just keep persisting, because it is, you know, I really get it. I understand it. It's so, a bit like your teeth. You know, it's just the first thing people see, isn't it?
I know. Well, that's a weird thing for me. I've always been really lucky with my skin, but I had terrible teeth as a kid, really awful teeth, and I just wouldn't smile.
But she's smiling, yeah, exactly.
But now I'm so jolly and...
Carefree.
Carefree and outgoing. All right, everyone? I've had them done.